One thing I like most about the Zodiac tournament every month is we get the chance to see something exciting come out of the woodwork. And basically, going 6-0 into the last round of Swiss, we have Victor Jimenez hero list. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how has Hero managed to really, get this far? Well, I can tell you consistently going second, producing, Dark Law, Anki, and these really big pushes and things that most players can't get over. It's really crazy. Now, one big thing with this list that I think you might be missing here is this is for post Vistas of Gadgets and post Mega. Now, for those of you that know, we're going to be going forward here in the next week and a half, 2 weeks post YCS Portland, and you're going to be getting the chance to see how these two cards, Nibiru and Dark Ruler No More, are going to start changing the metagame. Now, heroes are a deck that capitalize on going second. We want to be able to produce things like Trinity to attack over boards, Plasma to suck up situations. Honestly, Plasma is probably one of the best going first cards that this deck actually has going for it, and Dark Law shenanigans. But one of the coolest things is just how crazy Fusion of Destiny is. Being able to fusion summon from your extra deck that lists a Destiny Hero monster from your hand or deck as fusion materials, and then it detonates during the end phase of the next turn. But do we really care about that? Like, we're not even using it for the super big guy. We're just using it for the fact that we can get to Dangerous, we can get to Dystopia. We have different routes and avenues available, and in situations where you want to pressure the opponent, I mean, it's great. Example here, Dystopia. If this card is special summon, you get to target one level 4 lower Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that target's attack. And then during either player's turn, if this card's current attack is different from its original attack, you can target one card in the field and destroy it. And if you do, this card's attack becomes equal to this card's original attack. So you get the ability to get auto-destruction on something. Now, one of the biggest things outside of the Fusion of Destiny that this deck got, it was Cross Crusader. Now, this thing is generic. It stands at 2 warriors to make it. If this card is link summon, you can target one Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard, special summon it. And then you contribute one Destiny Hero monster to add one hero monster with a different name from your deck to your hand. And then you can only use each effect of this guy once per turn. Also, you cannot special summon other monsters the turn that you activate either of this card's effects. So, the interesting thing about this is they want to lock you into heroes. The downside with this is you've got extra heroes, vision heroes, destiny heroes, elemental heroes all under the same roof. So, I mean, it's not too crazy, but everything in the extra deck is a hero. So, as soon as this sticks, you're going to be locked into that. Now, let's kind of talk about Victor's deck here. See kind of what's going on here, what really makes this different from other hero decks, because I mean, it's not really, because a lot of your ratios with this deck pretty much are locked in. So, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. This is your standard stop your opponent from recurring anything from the deck. Any sort of special summon effect, you just ping it right here and not worry about it. Then we have the one copy of the Destiny Hero Celestial. So, the thing about this that makes this card so good is while you have no cards in your hand, except the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card and one Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard to draw 2 cards. So this is a free Destiny draw, essentially, for free. No strings attached. This is one of the craziest cool things that they gave this deck, and I'm glad that they did. Now, we do play the one copy of the Dyna tag. So during damage calculation, when you would take battle damage, quick effect, you can discard this card, make yourself take no damage from that battle. And if you do, each player takes 1,000 damage. You can banish this card from a graveyard, target a Destiny Hero monster. It will gain 1,000 attack until the end of the opponent's next turn. So, that 1,000 will actually stick through to the next turn, which is actually pretty good. But the thing we care about here is this is a protection-esque effect for battle, and no battle damage, by the way. So, if your opponent's trying to OTK you, just set this up, and you're good to go. 2 copies of the Destiny Hero Malicious. This is pretty standard. You don't get a lot of leeway with this, actually, which is kind of disappointing. Then you have the 1 copy of Plasma. Standard summon this by attributing 3 monsters. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. And once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls. Equip that target to this card. You can only equip 1 to this card at a time, and this card gains attack equal to half of the original monster that's equipped to this. So, when was the last time you saw Plasma be relevant in the current format because it's been a while. We have the one copy of the Honest Neos. Quick effect, discard this card, target a hero monster in the field and gains 2,500 attack. And then you can discard one hero monster. This card gains attack equal to the discard monster's attack. So if you find yourself in a situation where you have this on the field, you can do things with it. Standard other stuff here, we have the 2 copies of Shadow Mist. On special summon, you get to add the mash change, which is going to allow you to combo off on the opponent. And then when it's sent to the graveyard, which is going to be the general effect you're going to do, you're going to be using this to search for things. So there's that. Only 2 copies of it are really needed. We have the 2 copies of the Solid Soldier. Standard on normal summon, special summon 1 level 4 lower hero monster from your hand. This card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard. By spell effect, you can target 1 hero monster in your graveyard, except for Solid Soldier and special summon in defense mode. So this does recur itself if you do mash changes. So that's pretty important to know. We have the 2 copies of Stratos. Generic searchability and generic back row nuke both play in tandem with this deck, whichever one that you need for the situation that you find yourself in. Now, we have the triple copies of Faris and 2 copies of Increase. These numbers are pretty much set in stone. You don't get a lot of options with these. I wish you could, but you have to play these. The fact that these 2 combo off so well together for deck thinning, setting up additional heroes, it's so good. We have the triple copies of Biome. Normal or special, send a hero from your deck to the graveyard. Shadow Mist. And then you get to go ahead, banish a hero monster from your graveyard to add that polymerization from your deck to your hand, which is going to allow you to further combo extend on your opponent. Now, we have the 1 copy of a Hero Lives. Pretty standard. Now, one thing that this deck does, the other decks aren't doing, is this is playing triple Lure Darkness. We're using this as a means to filter through the deck faster, make sure that we can get to those combo pieces to ensure that we can get game on our opponent. I think a lot of people look at this and they'll be like, oh, these should be imperms. While I do agree with you to a degree, I do think that turbo ability options and things like that do present themselves in a different way, and getting to those combo pieces are very important for this deck. So yes, 3 Lure Darkness. Then we're packing in the 3E Emergency Call just to make sure that we can search for any elemental hero that we need. You know, Solid Soldier, Stratos, you've got your options. If you need the Honest Neos for the ping. We also play the 3 copies of Fusion of Destiny, the best card in the deck. Being able to get, I can't say this enough, getting that Fusion summon and just unloading the Malicious from the deck for the combo extensions is broken. Triple copies of Mash Change, this in the combination of Anki to make sure that you can plow through the opponent's monsters, continuously loop, ping for extra damage. It's pretty cool. We have the 1 copy of Polymerization, standard for the combos. We have the 1 copy of Rhoda and 2 copies of Twin Twisters, wrapping up the main deck here. Quite honestly, I think this might be this list is more offensive than it really shows itself, but I will say that this is pretty much the way you're going to be going for combo heroes from now on. The extract on here, we have the 1 Wonder Driver, being able to target a Polymerization or Fusion spell card or 1 change, so this recurs back to Mash Change as well, is value. We have the 1 copy of Dread Decimator, triple copies of Cross Crusader, of course, the 1 Trinity for the OTKs, 1 copy of Adoration, this is just standard Fusion fodder if you need it, 1 copy of Koga, 1 copy of Dion. I know Dion is pretty expensive, but quite honestly, getting the special summon the hero from the deck to continue on with the extensions is really, really broken. We have 2 copies of Darklaw, probably your best defensive pick in this deck. Being able to paralyze the opponent and shoot cards from the hand and turn the graveyard into a banish zone is bonkers. We have the 1 copy of Koga. Generic pinging for back row is always good. And then we have the 1 copy of Anki, 1 copy of Dystopia, and the 1 copy of Dangerous Guy here. Side deck, we have 2 copies of Phantasme, basically for your link matchups. Stick this on the field, draw, filter through appropriate combo pieces. We have the 2 copies of Nibiru, basically for combo decks. Anything that's going to set up a board, this will just allow heroes to OTK even more. Like, I think going forward, this card is going to be bonkers for decks like Heroes, because we're going second OTK deck, so what do we care? We just capitalize and go. 2 copies of Dark Ruler No More. So this deck does have issues with Thunder Dragon Colossus, and being able to just Dark Ruler No More, get you on with your turn, is good. We have 1 copy of Twin Twister, 2 copies of EEV, attributing that 2,500 or more Dark Monster. Haha. to call spells or traps on the opponent for the free win is broken, triple copies of Anti-Altergeist the card, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment for any real threat cards that we kind of see. So guys, this is all I have for Victor's list. Congratulations on going undefeated thus far in the month. But what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below what you guys think. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.
The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out VanCole40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.